What's up, everybody? It's Jason from Straight Edge Knives, and today we have a little bit of an alternate video for you today. Today we're going to be going over the Fenix PD36R Pro flashlight. Guys, as you know from my previous flashlight video I did, that I am starting to delve into the flashlight world as far as doing reviews. I've always used flashlights for the last 20-something years at work, so you know, I've handled quite a few, from the old school D-cell mag lights all the way up to these newer, super cool rechargeable flashlights. And man, I can tell you, these new lights that are coming out nowadays are pretty awesome. And flashlight's such an awesome tool to have. It's a great thing to have in your vehicle, your truck, your camper. You go out hiking, anything like that. It's just, it could be a life-saving tool, honestly. And if you're military, law enforcement, corrections, firefighter, EMS, anything like that, you have to have a dependable bright flashlight as well. And so that's why I'm going to be giving you guys these flashlight reviews. I'm going to be doing flashlights more on a real world scenario type basis than necessarily a technical basis. Okay, I'm not going to be going into super detailed specs on the flashlights. I'm going to just tell you, from a guy who uses a flashlight a lot, how this thing works and operates. I will give you some of the basic specs on it. I'm going to go over the looms, the runtime, and like the distance thrown according to the manufacturer. Obviously, those things can vary depending on environment, heat, cold, you know, things like that. Also, as far as distance that the light throws, that's a pretty subjective thing in my opinion, depending on the person, how far you can see, your eyesight, lighting conditions. It's pretty variable. I think these specs come from an optimal environment, if you will, so which we're never in an optimal environment, so bear that in mind when I kind of give you these specs. But I'm going to hold this light up, let you guys get a really good look at it, check this bad boy out. And while I'm doing that, we're going to talk about some of the specs. The turbo mode is 2800 looms for 3.95 hours at 1250 feet. High is 1000 looms for 3.95 hours at 738 feet. Medium is 350 looms at 8.25 hours at 427 feet. Low is 350 looms, 19 hours, 295 feet. Echo mode is 30 looms for 42 hours at 131 feet. Strobe is 2500 looms with no runtime indication on how long strobe will run for. So there that is. It is IP8 rated, so it is somewhat waterproof, water resistant, I would say, more, not necessarily waterproof. You know, if you fall in a pool, get out fairly quickly or whatever, you're going to be fine. If it's raining and you're outside changing the tire, snow, things like that, you'll be okay. It does come with an ARB L21 5000 V2 rechargeable lithium-ion battery. That is a mouthful, and that's what she said. But it does come with a USB-C rechargeable cable, a lanyard, which I actually have attached here. It does come with a nylon sheath / holster, which I don't ever use. It's in a drawer somewhere, I don't know. I never use it. But it does come with one if that's something you like. And it does come with a spare O-ring for the back, because if you unscrew this, you can take the battery out. But with this rechargeable port on the side right here, if you can see this spot right there, that is where you will plug your USB-C cord into. You kind of pop this thing out. You can see right there, there's the charging port. And it does have a LED light to let you know when your flashlight is done recharging. So it's pretty awesome. So I'm trying to remember correctly here. When you plug it in, I think it's red. And when it's fully charged, it's a solid green. And you're good to go. Unplug it. Bam, good to go. That USB-C cable is cool, because if you have a car charger, you can plug it into there, drive around, charge your flashlight up. If, like, say you're law enforcement, you're out on patrol and your light starts to die, you can plug it in, charge it up while you're in between calls. If you're military, riding around your tank, you know, I don't know if there's USB-C ports in a tank, but you know, you can charge your light up. Very cool. Most of us have charging bricks nowadays because of our phones. If you have an Android phone, the Android phone brick and USB-C cable, your phone will charge this up. That's how I charge mine up all the time. So it works really well. Most of us have it. Pretty simple. It does come with this pocket clip here, as you can see. That is, you can remove it if you don't like it on there. You can take it off. It does work well with MOLLE webbing. If you have like a MOLLE vest or something like that, you could kind of wedge this down in there and it'll lock on. It is a little bit big. You have to stretch it a little bit. But what I did find is a single mag pistol case, single gun magazine sheath or holster, whatever you will. the taco style ones. Can't remember the name of the company. USCGI, whatever. Actually holds this flashlights pretty well. But you can fit it in there. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff. You'll figure it out. There is 2 tail switches on the back. One, this larger one here, if you can see that. Back up a little bit, make sure you can see that. And then there's the smaller one underneath. The larger one is what runs your light, monetary, or click it on and off. And then the bottom one is what runs you through your modes, okay? So right now we have the flashlight on. That is, I believe, let me double check here. Eco, low, medium, high, turbo. And then if I press and hold it down, it goes into strobe, okay? So it does have a memory feature, so whatever the last setting you had it on, it will always return back to that setting. So there's eco, so I'm not blinding you. I can turn it on and off, on and off, on and off. It's always going to go to eco until I decide to change it with the bottom switch. If you have the flashlight off and it's an emergency situation and you just need to get that strobe going to protect yourself, you just press and hold that lower button and bam, it kicks on and it rocks and rolls. And I can tell you guys, at night in the dark or in a house even during the daytime, where if it's a lower light setting than what we are out here outside, it is blinding. You'll see spots for a little bit afterwards. So don't go shining it in everybody's eyes all the time. It's not good for them. That's a bad situation. You might need that. It does have a built-in overheat protection. So if you see here on the bezel right there where my finger is, it does have like a little hot symbol. On turbo, high and turbo mode, this head bezel does get warm. It gets hot. No, I wouldn't say like super hot, but it gets hot. But if it starts to overheat, it's not going to shut the light down on you. It's actually going to lower it to its next power mode to help cool it down. It does have a built-in protection in the circuit board inside to help with that. So something to notice if you're out running it on turbo mode for a long time and all of a sudden it gets dimmer, it could be because it's getting too hot and so it's trying to protect itself, or your battery could be getting low, and as the battery gets low, it does start dropping in the light levels as well. So something to be aware of. So I'm going to come out here later on tonight when it's dark. We're going to kind of shine the light around my backyard, and I have a pretty big backyard. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the eco, not echo, I'm going to go through eco, low, medium, high, turbo, strobe. I have a set of chairs that's 60 yards away from where I'm sitting with 2 redwood trees that are about 2 stories tall. So I'm going to flip this camera around so you guys can see where I'm talking about. So from where the camera is, all the way over there, you see those 2 trees, and there's set of chairs. We're going to light those up from right here. We're going to light those up from right here so you guys can get an idea of like the throw of the beam, the kind of hot spot of the beam, if you will, and then how much peripheral you get as well. And then I'll also kind of go around the backyard through different areas, kind of show you up close, like dark spots, lighting them up with the different modes as well, so we can get a good overall feel of how the light will light up an area. Okay, so look forward to seeing you when it gets dark. I'm sure the cucuys in the bushes aren't going to like it, but we're going to light them up anyway. All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back now. It's nighttime here. It's pretty dark, as you can see. I do have some lights, as you can see out there. Those are, you can't even see my hand. It's right here. Those lights are, some landscape lighting. So let's go ahead and get right into this. We're going to start off. Again, the chair and those trees are at about 60 yards. And we're going to start off. This is the low, the eco mode. You can kind of see down here in the grass. Kind of zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit over here to the tree, so you can kind of see. I'm going to shine up, try to light up the tops of those trees. It's not, lighting it up too bad, too great from there. But if you do come over here to like this tree, you can see lights up everything pretty good in that general area. So we're going to kick it up to the next. We're going to go from eco mode to this is low. Now you can see you're definitely getting a much wider throw. You can see the light, it's lighting up the grass a whole lot better, obviously. Sorry, my camera is on uneven ground here. I'm flooding the area of the trees. If we zoom in here, you can kind of see that. Can't really see the chairs, but you can kind of see that definitely that there's some tops of trees up there. If we move the camera over here, definitely lighting up this area. Let me zoom back. So this little cherry blossom tree here is probably about 20 yards from me. So we'll move back over here, and then we'll cut over to the next one. Now we're getting into the what is that, medium. Again, you're getting a pretty good throw. It's a big flood down there at 60 yards. You're getting, you can see it's kind of flooding the area. Sorry for all the camera movement. I'm trying to do this, but you can see the flood area. It's kind of flooding out. See the diving board there for the pool, the chairs over there. And then let's go on to high. And now we're getting into business, right? Obviously you can see the chairs over there. Zoom back a little bit. See the tops of the trees, no problem. This is turbo. And you can really light up that whole area, back corner. So if you were, again, like I said, doing police work, law enforcement, anything like that, you had to light up an area. I mean, you can, it's not a direct beam, but you can definitely light up a whole area. And then now we're back to eco. So we got eco, low, medium, high, turbo, and then bam, there's your strobe. And again, that strobe kind of goes through different cycles. And it definitely will make things weird for you at night. So I'm going to pick the camera up here. This is eco mode. So here's just some flower beds. So this is the trees that are directly behind me in eco mode. You can see that the light does a good job of, you know, for up close stuff. You're going to definitely get some good coverage. I can look back in there. It's pretty dark. If I turn the light off, you can see definitely dark. Eco mode, low, medium, high, and turbo. Let's go back to eco. So as we come around this flower bed here, definitely getting some, you know, you can see eco is pretty good for up close. You can see fairly well. But again, you go up to low, it definitely gets a little bit better. You can see a little bit farther. You can see that deer head over there for that fake deer. Got medium. Medium has definitely got a good throw. So from where I'm standing here to where that light, that landscape light is on over there, that's probably 35 yards. So you're definitely getting a pretty good view there. This is high. Definitely light up that deer. Turbo, yeah, you got his attention. I mean, you got everybody's attention. Eco mode. Low. That's across the pool there. Medium. You can see the couches. High. And turbo. I mean, high and turbo, I mean, light up this whole backyard. You can see the tops of the trees there. Tops of these trees. My neighbor's tree over there. That tree over there, that kind of dead looking tree back over there is my neighbor's house as well. You can see all the way to the top of these trees. I mean, it almost looks like definitely could get somebody's attention up in the sky with this as well if you needed to. But there it is, guys. I mean, I just wanted to get this outside, show you guys the lighting modes in the dark. Come back over here to my work area where I do a lot of my knife videos. Again, you can, I mean, just light it up. Here's some more of those really tall trees. Like I said, these trees are about 2 stories tall. Eco, low, medium, high, and turbo. And here, let's do this. So these palm trees, there's some palm trees over here that I'm about to light up. Those are actually 2 houses away from me. So those palm trees that you see the tops of, those are 2 houses away. And I can light them up from here. So definitely a good light to get some work done if you need it outside. You got the low modes, which are great for up close. You got to be a little clandestine, if you will. Got your high modes, high and turbo. Definitely light some stuff up. And, you know, you got that zombie deer coming at you. You can strobe him. Bam. Get him off you. So there it is, guys. I just wanted to get you guys a good look at these different light modes, what the light pattern looks like at a distance and kind of up close, and let you really see it at work. So again, I thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me on doing these knife lights, or not knife lights, doing these flashlight reviews. And you know, I'm gonna try to bring you guys some more and hopefully get a little better at it. And if you guys have any tips or tricks or comments on what I could do to make these flashlight reviews better, sound off in the comments and let me know. I greatly appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Stay safe, stay sharp, and, well, honestly, stay lighted, because you might need it one day. Have a good one.